This is Aaron at Bullion Shark, and for this video, I just kind of wanted to go over some general terminology that I believe every collector should know. So, to start off, we'll go over some pretty basic stuff. A collector wouldn't really call the front of the coin or the back of the coin the front or the back. It'd actually address it more so as the obverse of the coin for the front and the reverse of the coin for the back. The reason they do this, it just sounds more, I guess, well versed, and it's definitely way more clear. There's definitely no question as to what you're referring to. From there, just the different finishes on coins I wanted to go over in this video. So this coin is a mint state finish. So how do we know it's a mint state finish? A mint state coin is struck just once, and the fields are kind of just like a regular coin. This is a seated Liberty piece, a $1 coin struck out of San Francisco. Another example of a mint state coin, a 1926. This piece dollar struck just once. It's a little rougher shape, but also 1926, also out of San Francisco. And go over one more here. So this is the Morgan silver dollar, extremely famous coin, and this is obviously just struck once as well with the mint state finish. So it kind of gives it just like a regular silver coin look to it. From there, the mint states, honestly, they're usually a higher mintage, but definitely the toughest to get in higher grades because a lot of the times they're, produced much quicker, one strike from the die, and pieces like this and pieces like this obviously were intended to be used in circulation before, they eventually stopped striking them and stopped using silver entirely after 1964. So let's look at this one. This is a different example of a different finish. This coin would be considered a proof coin. Now, instead of being struck just once, it's struck twice and polished. The characters on the coin and the writing are frosted, and the fields, you could literally see your reflection in them. So struck twice and polished, it's absolutely gorgeous to say the least. And yeah, this goes for just every proof coin there is. This one's the first year of issue ever, 1986, out of San Francisco, the American Silver Eagle. Let's look at another example of a proof coin. This is a classic proof coin. Same ordeal. This is a $20 gold piece, believe it or not, from 1865. And same deal, it is struck twice and polished. So on a certain angle against the toning, you would be able to see your reflection in the fields here. From there, another seated Liberty dollar coin, struck twice and polished, and against the toning here, believe it or not, yes, you would be able to see your reflection in the fields. Let's go over. Okay, so next piece. Next one I want to go over. It's a totally different processes. One sec. All right, so let's look at this one first. So this is called burnishing. Burnishing a coin, and this is one of the rare burnished pieces, the Platinum Eagle. But burnishing a coin is a really rigorous process. Basically, the coin is not only struck just once, but before that, the blank is thrown into a giant metal vat with millions of beads and a chemical solution, and it gives it this satin-like, almost gunmetal finish that's super attractive and doesn't reflect light the same way. This is the example of the quarter-ounce, $25 platinum piece. It's a smaller piece. This one's from 2008. Burnishing started in 2006. So let's look at this 2017 burnished Silver Eagle. You can see here the satin finish. And on the American Silver Eagle, to the naked eye, if you don't have a direct comparison, the easiest way to tell if it's a burnished or uncirculated coin is if you just look at the reverse, where you'll see the West Point mint mark. So a regular mint state that isn't an uncirculated, that would be more of a bullion piece, wouldn't feature this mint mark on the reverse. So this is an example of the American Silver Eagle. And then finally, the first year of issue that we'll go over, 2006. This is the $5 gold eagle, and the mint mark would be found right on the obverse right here. So this is a burnished $5 gold. You could tell the satin-like finish on the fields of the coin. It kind of reminds me of like a matted car, like a matte black car, just obviously the color of gold or the color of silver here. So finally, or next to finally, this is my favorite finish personally, and I believe it's a really heavy favorite in terms of moderns. This is a reverse proof finish. So the reverse proof, just like the proof, is struck twice and polished, but the fields are frosted like snow, and you can see your reflection in the face and on the I guess in this case the eagle on the reverse. Most reverse proofs are typically lower mintage. They're extremely sought after. This one being struck in San Francisco. Here you can find the mint mark, and it's mostly only a modern finish coin. Here's an example of the American Silver Eagle with the reverse proof. Again, the fields are frosted, and you can see your reflection, almost like a mercury-like finish on the fields of the coin are frosted, but the mirror-like finish in the sunshine, and all the figures, Lady Liberty's dress, is all reflective. So from here, the reverse proof is commonly confused with an enhanced reverse proof. So in this video, you see a direct comparison. This is an enhanced reverse proof. This is the lowest minted Silver Eagle of all time, the 2019 San Francisco struck enhanced reverse proof finish. The difference is the contrast between the blacks and white. They heighten the contrast on this coin. So this is a super difficult coin to produce too. An enhanced finish isn't necessarily just a reverse proof. You can't see your reflection necessarily in the figures of the coin. It almost plays tricks in your eyes if you don't know what you're looking at. The fields aren't frosted, they're almost darker, and these lines in the dress are super, super dark. It's the most beautiful finish that the U.S. Mint has ever made in the modern era of things, and the enhanced reverse has only really come out for the American Silver Eagle this year. So that kind of concludes like the more common mintages. And then on the classics, something that people should know, or at least have in the back of their mind in terms of adding to their collection, this would be a mint state proof-like. So you can see it's kind of like this looks like almost like a mirror-like. This mint state proof-like 1878 first year of issue Morgan silver dollar out of Carson City here. This coin was struck only once, but struck so well, probably one of the first coins on the die, that you could see your reflection faintly, not super crisp, in the fields of the coin. So super nice there. This would be an example of an 1883. The reverse is, unfortunately, the photo didn't save, but this would be a deep proof-like. So this would be a mint state proof-like. This would be a mint state deep proof-like, or a DPL. It's essentially the same thing, but the deep proof-like pretty much means that the closer you get to the coin, the more of a reflection that you'll see, and the further away it looks more like a mint state. So this would be the deep proof-like. And then this would be the most expensive and sought-after finish. This is a mint state deep mirror proof-like. So deep mirror, as in if you get really close to the coin, like if you can imagine you put your finger up to the fields of the coin right here, the closer you get, it's as if you looked at a modern, like it would be as if you looked at like this coin, so like proof finish. You could just see your reflection entirely in the fields. The closer you get to this one, it will look like that. You'll be able to see your finger in the full reflection. You hold it right up to your eyeball, you'll be able to see your eyeball in the fields of this coin. But the further you get away, you could tell it was only struck once. A mint state deep mirror proof-like is probably one of the rarest finishes you'll find on a classic coin. On classic gold, you could forget about it. It's extremely expensive and sought after. It's achievable on Morgans. I mean, the cheapest one you'll find is probably around $500. But really gorgeous finish. And you know automatically it was one of the first ever coins that die struck, if they'd only struck it once. And you could see your reflection in the fields 200 years later. So that kind of concludes the modern terminology that I wanted to go through today. Just kind of knowing what to look for in terms of what the grades are, what they actually mean, and things like that. Any questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments. We'd love to reply to them. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, knowing the different finishes and how to decipher the difference between, even a burnished and a regular mint state coin here, it's definitely something that you got to educate yourself, look more into, and different coins have different rules to it too. So keep all that in mind, and I guess until next time, guys, thanks for watching.